Welcome back to this video series and welcome back to video number 4, looking at how an elite golfer moves their body and how that might be different to the amateur golfer. Today we're taking a look at the impact position and we're going to show you a key component that we tend to see from the elite golfers. So welcome back to the Forest of Arden and welcome to video 4 in this series, looking at how an amateur golfer moves their body and how that's very, very different to what we tend to see from the elite golfers that play this game so well. Today we're looking at something at impact, and this is a real correlation between this particular movement and the level of the golfer. And we're talking about impact, and we're talking specifically about how much rotated the golfer is at impact. So what is the correlation? Well, we would tend to see the elite golfers, the high level golfers that we watch on TV, they are generally a lot more rotated. And as we see that golfer become less and less and less and less and less rotated, almost the point where they're square on, that's when we tend to see the handicap level up maybe in the 20s. So we know that there's a real strong correlation between the level of golfer and the amount of rotation they have at impact. Now, unfortunately, it's not quite that simple, because many of you who are under rotated at impact will be so because there are some faults earlier on in your downswing. You may well have a very steep club shaft, you may well have a very open club face. So if you've got any of those elements in your downswing, you being a little bit under rotated at impact is actually something which you currently need in there. So we don't want to get rid of that straight away. But if you're pretty well organized earlier on your golf swing, I'm sure you are, getting yourself more open and more rotated at impact can do a couple of things for you. Let's have a look at what those things are. So if I take my starting position here, if I just cradle the golf club in my lead hand, as I start to add some rotation in my body, notice how that handle goes more forwards towards the target. So being a little bit more rotated at impact is going to help us deliver the golf club with a handle forwards. We need that for good solid strikes. Having the body rotated also helps us generally stabilize the club face through impact more, helps us keep some good arm structure. The golfers who are under rotated will often have the club face flipping over, or they will have the arms separating because there's no room for them to go. So here's a great little exercise that you can do. We call this a dry drill, so there's no hitting involved here, but it's just a great little exercise for you to start to feel how the body's going to deliver the club to the ball, getting a little bit more rotated. Take your starting position and take the golf club and just place it across your belt line as I'm doing here, and just move your trail hand down towards the hosel of the golf club. So what I want you to try and do now is imagine that you're going to hit that golf ball with the club head, but you have to keep the club and its relationship with you the same. So from here, I'm going to have to feel like I rotate my body to get the club head onto the ball. And as you can see, I'm doing that. You can see just how much more rotated I'm going to be at impact. And what you will notice when you do this little exercise is just how much the club face returns pretty square. So at this point here, you can see how the toe is pretty much straight up and down. But as I rotate on, you can see how that would start to square the club face. From here, I want you to push the club down behind the ball, and then from there, swing through to your finished position. Now, what you will probably feel if you're not the golfer who's particularly rotated is you will feel like the follow-through position is very much the arms. You'd almost feel as if you've done all the work in the body to this point, and it's just the arms that are going to swing through to the finish. This is a great feeling for you, as opposed to what you might feel now is that the arms pass the body, and it's almost that the body's finishing the golf swing later than the arms. So here's a great little exercise. Club across your hips and start to get a sense of what that's like to try and deliver the club head to the ball. But you can see I'm not using my hands and my arms, I'm using my body, my torso, my hips, my legs are all rotated open, and that helps us do those things that we spoke about at the start of the video, which are going to help you perform better on the course. Right, let's see if I can do that and hit a 7-iron into this 15th green. Just a little right to the flag, but that should be okay, and I should be putting for my next shot. So, real correlation, a strong correlation between the amount that the golfer is open and their handicap level or their ability to play this game. So if you can get yourself a little bit more open, we would generally see that result in your lower scores, better shots out on the golf course, and more enjoyment. Right, that was video number 4 in the series. Please make sure you check back for video number 5. And before you do that, usual stuff is down below, comments box, like button, and over here, my logo, click that. That will allow you to be a free subscriber of the channel and means you won't miss any of the upcoming content. Thank you once again for watching. We'll hopefully see you back here again soon.